Hello, welcome back to channel. This is part 2. In this video, I'm going to discuss the chapter some basic concepts of chemistry. Now question 51. What will be the weight of CO having the same number of oxygen atoms as present in 20 grams of CO2? As you can see here CO2 there are two oxygens are present. Here 44 grams of CO2 which is equal to 1 mole. From the question here given 22 grams of CO2 is given. As you can see 22 grams of CO2 is given, so which is half mole. So as you can see for half mole N into Na into number of molecules, so 2 into half into Na which is equal to Na molecules. As you can see here option A is correct. Now question number 52. Here we have to match the column with the appropriate answer. So here 22 grams of helium which is equals to the 7 moles. Now for 46 grams of sodium, so which is equal to 2 moles. Here for 60 grams of calcium which is equal to 3 by 2 1.5 mole. Here for 27 grams of aluminum, here 27 by 27 which is equal to 1 mole. So we have to match the columns with this. So here option D is right. Now question number 53. How many number of aluminum ions are present in 0.051 grams of aluminum oxide? So here aluminum ions are asked in the question. So aluminum oxide is gold, which is Al2O3 bauxite. So here 2 into 27 plus 60 into 3 which is equal to 102, which is a molecular weight of Al2O3 is 102. So here number of aluminum ions is equal to N into number of ions into Na. So here 2 aluminum ions, so N into 2 into Na. So here we have to find out the mole, so 0.081 by molecular weight which is approximately equal to 0.005. As you can see from above I tell you, so we have to follow this formula for number of aluminum ions. So then the answer will come out as here. As you can multiply with this one, the answer will be 6.023 into 10 power 20. So here option A is right. Now question number 54. Which of the following correctly represents 180 grams of water? 5 moles of water, 10 moles of water. Okay. We have to find out 180 grams of water. So here, as you can see, mass is given. (180 grams of water). Molecular weight of water is 18. So here number of moles is 10 moles. So number of molecules which is equal to mole into Na, which gives number of molecules. So 10 into Na, which is equal to 6.023 into 10 power 24. So here option C is right. Now question number 55. How many oxygen atoms will be present in 88 grams of CO2? How many oxygen atoms? We have to find out that. So here CO2, there are 2 oxygen atoms. So we have to find out the mole. So CO2 molecular weight is 44. So as you can see, it is 2 moles. So here N into Na becomes number of molecules. So 2 into N into Na, which is equals to 24 into 10 power 23. So option A is right. Now question number 56. What is the total number of electrons present in 1.6 grams of methane? So methane, which is CH4. Now as you can see here, 10 electrons are present. Molecular weight of CH4 is 12 plus 4 16. So we have to find out the number of moles. 1.6 by 16 is which is equal to 0.1 mole. So here as you can see, N into electrons into Na gives the total electrons present in that molecule. So here Na electrons are present. So here option A is right. Now question number 57. A mixture of having 2 grams of hydrogen and 32 grams of oxygen occupies how much volume at NTP? So here as you can see, the moles are obtained as 2 moles. So here total volume is equal to mole into 22.4 liter, which is equal to 44.8 liter. So here option A is right. Now question number 58. A mixture having 2 grams of question number 58. One atom of an element weighs 3.32 into 10 power minus 23 grams. How many number of gram atoms are there in 20 kg of the element? Here gram atoms means moles. Atomic mass of an element, which is equal to mass of an atom into Na. So mass of an atom is equal to 3.32 into 10 power minus 23. into Na. Here this is cancel, and as you can multiply it, which comes out 19.99, which is equal to approximately 20. So here number of moles or number of gram atoms, which is equal to mass of an element in gram divided by molecular weight of an element. So here 20 into 20 kg by molecular weight. So here 1000 moles. So question number 58, option D is right. Now question number 59. So you have to find out XYZ. As you can observe the question, you can easily find out that X is equal to Na and Y is equal to 22.4 liter at NTP. Here for Z, which is gram atomic mass. So here question number 60. The mass of 1 mole of a substance in grams is called its molar mass. So here option B is right. Now question number 61. How much copper is present in 50 grams of copper sulfate? How much is copper present in? So here copper sulfate, which is equal to 63.5 plus 32 plus 64, which is equal to molecular weight of copper sulfate. So here the total is 159.5 grams. As you can see, in 159.5 grams of copper sulfate, copper present as 63.5. So for 1 gram of copper sulfate, copper presence is 63.5 by 159.5. Here as you can see, for 50 grams we have to multiply it with 50 grams. So as you can see, approximation and cutting and solving this. Below this 21.1, below this value is appropriate. So here option A is right, which is equal to 19.9. So question number 62. 0.58 grams of sample of compound containing boron and oxygen contains 0.192 grams of boron and 0.228 grams of oxygen. What will be the percentage composition of the compound? Here 0.48 grams of sample only. So here 0.48 grams of sample is present, and in that 0.192 is boron, 0.288 grams is oxygen. Here component of substance by substance into 100, which gives percentage of composition. Mass percentage is also like this. Here the answer come out like As you can see here, 50%. Now for this also, component of substance by substance into 100, which gives 60%. So here oxygen 60%, boron 40% in that substance or compound. Now question number 63. A compound of magnesium contains 21.9% of magnesium, 27.8% of phosphorus and 50.3% of oxygen. What will be the simplest formula of the compound? So here percentage by molecular weight, and we have to find out the ratio and then relative ratio and then whole ratio. By this process we can solve this. Now for magnesium, 1.9 by magnesium 24, it comes as 0.1. Now phosphorus, we are taking approximate values. So here 0.1. For oxygen, the percentage by 16, which is equal to 3.14. So now we are taking relative ratio. Here 2 to 7 is the whole ratio. By this, as you can see here, Mg2 P2O7. Now as you can see here, question number 64. A compound contains two elements X and Y in the ratio of 50% each. Atomic mass of X is 20 and the Y is 40. What can be its simplest formula? Here we have to solve this questions as 50% X and 50% of Y. Molecular weights are given. So we are taking the percentage by molecular weight, which gives 2.5 and 1.25, which the relative ratio is as you can see, we are taking the relative ratio. So X to Y. So answer B. Now question number 65. The empirical formula of a compound is CH2O2. What will be its molecular formula? So here as you can see, we have to check the options which are appropriate to the empirical formula. So by this we can obtain the answer. The n values are in the are like this, natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. By this we can find out that C2H4 is the molecular formula. Remaining options are wrong. 64. A gas has molecular formula CHN. If vapor density of the gas is 39, what will be the formula of the compound? Here CHN given, and we have to find out the molecular weight. For this, vapor density into 2 gives molecular weight. So here as you can see, which is 78. Now as you can see, CH which is equal to 13N which equals to 78. So here N comes out as 6. So here C6H is the molecular formula. So option D is right. Now question number 67. Choose the molecular formula of an oxide of iron in which the mass percentage of iron and oxygen are 69.9 and 30.1 respectively, and its molecular mass is 160. Here percentage is given and the molecular mass is given. We have to find out the formula. So here a percentage is given which is divided by molecular weight. Which is equal to 1.25. For oxygen, which is 30.1 divided by 16, which is equal to relative ratios are 1 and 2. So by this we can observe that here 1.5 answer comes. Sorry for this misunderstanding. So here the whole ratio is 2 and 3. So Fe2O3 is the answer. As you can see. Now question number 68. An organic compound on analysis give carbon which is equal to 54.2%, hydrogen is equal to 9.2% by mass. Its empirical formula is. So here as you can see, carbon and hydrogen are given. It is 50.2 by 12. Hydrogen which is 9.2 by 1. Here as you can see, trick by in question where oxygen is not mentioned. So we have to find out the oxygen percentage in that compound. So here as you can see, by subtracting the remaining percentage from 100, we can obtain the oxygen percentage. By this we get the ratios as 4.5 and 9.2 and 2.3. From this we have to find out the relative ratios. Now we obtain the relative ratios. Now we need whole ratios. C2H4O. These are appropriate and are exist in the options. So here option D is right for question number 68. Now question number 69. The relative number of atoms of elements X and Y in the compound is 0.25 and 0.5. The empirical formula of compound is. So here relative ratios are given. We have to find out the whole ratios and the empirical formula is comes out. By multiplying we can obtain the whole ratios. So the empirical formula is x/2. So option C is right. Now as you can see in question 70, two elements P and Q combine to form a compound. Atomic mass of P is 12 and Q is 16. Percentage of P in the compound is 27.3. What will be the empirical formula of the compound? Here P and Q. 22 point by 12. Here Q is not given the percentage, so we are obtaining by subtracting with the 100. We get Q as 72.7 divided by Q molecular weight is 60. So by this we can see which is 2.27 and 4.5. Now we are obtaining relative ratios. We get the whole ratios. Now as you can see by this PQ2. For question number 70, it is option D is right. Now question number 71. 1 gram of magnesium is burnt in closed vessel containing 0.5 grams of oxygen, which is reactant is limiting reagent, and how much of the excess reactant will be left. As you can see here, you have to write the equation first, then comparison, then solving. We get the right answer. In question and then we have to match with the question, then answer will come out. Here Mg plus oxygen gives 0. So here 2 into 24 24 plus 16 44 grams of Mg requires 32 grams of oxygen. For 1 gram requires 32 by 44, which is equal to 0.66 of oxygen requires. So in question, oxygen is given as 0.5 gram So the requirement is very high, so oxygen is limiting reagent. Now 32 grams of oxygen react with 44 grams of magnesium. Now 1 gram of oxygen requires 44 by 32 for 0.5 gram into 0.5. As you can multiply with this, you get the answer as here we want excess magnesium, it is used. So by subtracting from 1, the excess will come out as this. Here option A is right. Now question number 72. In a reaction containing 100 grams of hydrogen, 100 grams of Cl2 are mixed for the formation of HCl gas. What is the limiting reagent? How much HCl is formed in the reactant? Here H2 plus Cl2 gives HCl. Here 2 gram and 71, that was Cl2. 2 moles of HCl is 73 grams. As you can see, 2 grams of hydrogen requires 71 grams of Cl2. For 1 gram, it is 71 by 2. For 100 grams, it is multiplied by 100. So here 35.5, 3550. So Cl2 is limiting reagent. Here as you can see, for 71 grams of Cl2 produce 73 grams of Cl. For 1 gram Cl2, it is 73 by 71 of HCl produces. For 100 grams multiplied by 100, which is equal to 102.8. So here option B is right. Now question number 73. If 40 grams of calcium carbonate is treated with 40 grams of HCl, which of the reactants will act as limiting reagent? Here as you can see, calcium carbonate plus HCl gives calcium chloride water plus CO2. Here 100 grams of calcium carbonate react with 73 grams of HCl. For 1 gram of calcium carbonate react with 73 by 100. For 40 grams, which is multiplied by 40. So here, as you can see, for 40 grams only 30 grams of HCl is produced. So 40 calcium carbonate uses more. So calcium carbonate is limiting reagent. So here 10 grams of HCl is unreacted, which is excessive. The weight of silver chloride precipitated when a solution containing 5.85 grams of sodium chloride is added to a solution containing 3.4 grams of silver nitrate is. So here, as you can see from the question, so here silver nitrate plus NaCl gives silver chloride and sodium nitrate. So here number of moles of silver nitrate, which is equal to 3.4 divided by 170, which is equal to 0.02. Moles of sodium chloride is weight by molecular weight, which is equal to 0.1. Here for silver nitrate is limited reagent. So 1 mole of silver nitrate gives 1 mole of silver chloride. For 0.02 moles of silver nitrate gives 0.02 moles of silver chloride. So silver chloride weight is equal to N into molecular weight, which is equal to 0.02 into 47 143.5, which is equal to 2.870 grams. So here option C is right. Now question number 74. Here How much oxygen required for complete combustion of 560 grams of ethene? For ethene, it is C2H4 plus O2 gives CO2 and H2O. Here, as you can see from this equation, here 2H2O by solving the equation. Here this is 28 grams. Here 28 grams of ethene requires 46 grams of oxygen. For 56 grams of ethene requires 46 by 28 into 560. Here, which is equal to 1.9 kg. So here option B is right. Now question number 76. How many moles of oxygen gas can be produced during electrolytic decomposition of 180 grams of water? In electrolytic decomposition, it is like water splitting. Here 2H2 gives 2H2 plus O2. Here for 180, which is 36 moles, 36 grams per mole. Here 180 by 36. Which is equals to 5 moles. Five moles of oxygen produced. As you can see, here option B is right. Now question number 77. How many grams of calcium oxide are required to react with 852 grams of P4O10? The calcium oxide plus P4O10 gives Ca3 and PO4 twice. Here 1 mole P4O10 gives 284 grams of 852 of P4O10 gives which is molecular weight. Here 852 divided by 284, which is equal to 3 moles. Here for 1 mole gives 6 moles of calcium oxide reacted. For 3 moles P4 it gives 8 moles of calcium oxide required. From this, weight obtained is N into molecular weight, 18 into calcium oxide molecular weight, which is 56 equals to 1008 grams, 1008 grams. So here option B is right. Question number 78. What volume of dioxin is required for complete combustion of 2 volumes of acetyl gas at 10 TP? Here C2H2 plus O2 gives CO2 plus water. Here as you can see, 2 volumes of gives 5 by 2 into 2 volume of oxygen, which gives 5 volume of oxygen. So option B is right here. Now question number 79. What quantity of copper oxide will react with 2.8 liter of hydrogen at NTP? Here copper oxide plus H2 gives copper plus H2O. Here 79.5 is molecular weight of copper oxide. Which is 1 mole, which is equal to 20.4 liter of hydrogen. For 22.4 liter of H2, which is 79.5 of grams of copper oxide. For 2.8 liter of H2, it is 79.5 divided by 22.4 into 2.80, which is equal to 10 grams of copper oxide. So here option B is right. Now question number 80. At NTP, 1 liter of oxygen reacts with 3 liter of carbon monoxide. What will be the value of CO and CO2 after the reaction? As you can see, CO plus O2 gives 2 times of CO2. Here 2 volumes, 1 volume and 2 volume. Here CO react with, here oxygen react, one volume of oxygen react with two volumes of CO2. So CO left is 3 minus 2, which is equal to 1 liter. For 1 liter of oxygen, 2 liters CO2 give. So option D is right here. Now question number 81. Calcium carbonate decomposition on heating to give calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. How much volume of CO2 will be obtained by thermal decomposition of 50 grams of calcium carbonate? Calcium carbonate, which on decomposition gives calcium oxide plus CO2. For 100 grams of calcium carbonate, produce 1 mole of CO2 or 22.4 liter of CO2. For 50 grams of calcium carbonate, which is 22.4 liter by 100, which is equal to 11.2 liter. Here option B is right. Now question number 82. Chlorine gas is prepared by reaction of H2SO4 with MnO2 and NaCl. What volume of Cl2 will be produced at STP if 50 grams of sodium chloride is taken in the reaction? As you can see, sodium chloride plus MnO2 plus H2SO4 give sodium thiosulfate, sodium bisulfate, MnSO4 and Cl2 and 2 moles of H2O2. H2. One 117 grams of sodium chloride use 22.4 liter of Cl2 gas. For 50 grams of NaCl gives 22.4 liter divided by 117 into 50, which is equal to 9.5. Now Cl2 produced. So here option D is right. Now question number 83. HCl is produced in the stomach, which can be neutralized by magnesium hydroxide in the form of milk of magnesia. How much magnesium hydroxide is required to neutralize 1 mole of stomach acid? Here magnesium hydroxide. React with HCl, give magnesium chloride plus water. Here magnesium hydride is required as 1 mole and HCl is reacted is 2 moles. Here for 1 mole it reacts with 0.5 mole. So here magnesium hydroxide mass is equal to N into molecular weight, which is equal to 0.5 into 58.33, which is equal to 29.1 gram. So option A is right. Now question number 84. Iron can be obtained by reduction of iron oxide Fe3O4 with CO according to the reaction. Fe3O4 plus CO4CO gives 3Fe plus 4CO2. How many kg of Fe3O4 should be heated with CO2 to get 3 kg of iron? Here as you can see, Fe2O4 with 4CO gives Fe plus 4CO2. Here 232 grams for Fe2O4, 3 Fe which is equal to 168 grams. Three mole of Fe formed from 1 mole of Fe3O4. For 68 grams of iron from 232 grams of Fe2O3 for 3 kg, it is 232 by 168 into 3 into 1000, which is equal to 4.142. Sorry, so which is equal to 4.1 kg. So here option B is right. Question number 85. What is the mass percentage of oxygen ethanol? So C2H5OH is ethanol. Molecular weight of C2H5OH is equal to 46. Mass percentage is equal to 16 of oxygen and by divided by 46 into 100, which is equal to 34.77%. So here option D is right. How much mass of sodium acetate is required in make 250 ml of 0.575 molar aqueous solution? Here Ca3CONa molar mass which is equal to 82 grams. Here as you can see, mass this is 0.575 molar is equal to 0.575 into 82 into 250 ml by 1000 gives 11.7.